Thank you so much, Senator Martinez. And I'd like to invite to the podium our Assemblyman Phil Ramos.
Thank you. Another day of pride in Brentwood. Are we proud to be from Brentwood? I am so proud. And that's coming from an Assemblyman who spent every day of his education in the Brentwood School District from K to 12. This school district has been part of my life, and I know what many of the young people here are going through. I would like to also thank Dr. Akil, the organizers of My Brother's Keeper, our superintendent. Please put your hands together. This program is so important to our district because it builds character. And you know, you can be successful academically, but it is character that will bring success. And character, you know, it's important that we define what character is. Character is certain principles that you have that don't bend no matter what. They don't bend with the wind. There are things you believe. There are things that you know you have an obligation to pay forward. That you don't go with the crowd, you lead. You lead the crowd. You don't go with the crowd or do something because it's expedient. You know, many times in my career I found that I've had to go against the grain. When I was a police officer, I had to take 2 lawsuits against my police department for racism against our community as a police officer. As an assemblyman, when I had to stand up against anti-immigrant policies coming from the county, unfortunately from some people in my own party at that time. And things have got to change for the better. And we are, all of you here, have been part of this program because you were born to lead, not to follow. And that means that you don't go with the crowd. You know, if we think about, a lot of times people say, well, you know, I did this because this is the popular thing to do, or this is what everybody's doing. You know, but think about the history of this country. When this country was founded, they had a revolution for freedom, for everybody, for a government for the people. But we ended up with a government for white males at that time. Women couldn't vote, people of color were in bondage. We didn't create the democracy because they said it wasn't popular. Couldn't free the slaves back then. When the Civil War came, that was the battle. People were saying, no, this is too fast, we can't, the public won't accept it. Had we gone with the wind, with the popularity, with the crowds back then, we would still have slavery. We were men of principle, of all races who stood up and said, no, I don't care what the crowd says, I don't care what the mob mentality says. I will stand up on my principles, and that is what will guide you through success, not only academically, not only in your career, but spiritually, because it is character. It is character that builds you, and it is this school that's part of building that character. The Brentwood School is what instills principles in you. It's the Brentwood Schools that gives you your academic achievements and qualities. It's the Brentwood Schools that gives you role models in your teachers. And it is your Brentwood School District that, on a personal level, took a Puerto Rican child from an immigrant family of low income and turned him into a New York State Assemblyman. May God bless you. Yes, you can. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. Pa'lante que vamos.
My goals can be accomplished by working hard, staying focused, and having determination. I will work hard and become a beacon for the next generation. I am who I was made to be, an achiever. I am MBK.
Yeah!
Again, a big hand, a big round of applause to everyone that is actually making a difference. Everyone that actually is saying, yes, we can help these kids to make a difference. And now we have a special tribute to an amazing person as well that they are very grateful for, and that's for our Assembly Phil Ramos. We're going to have the 2 Joshua Sanchez, please. Come along, come to the front, please. They have a special tribute for our Assembly. Thank you.
Good morning. Today we want to recognize a very important person in our community who demonstrates the values of the My Brother's Keeper initiative. Philip Ramos represents the 6th Assembly District, which includes portions of Brentwood, Central Islip, North Bay Shore, and Islandia. He was elected to office in 2001, and during the 2015 legislative session, he was appointed Deputy Majority Leader of the New York State Assembly. Phil was born into an immigrant family who settled in Brentwood in 1956. From an early age, he was taught the value of helping others and giving back to the community. He has lived in Brentwood for the past 50 years, raising his 2 children and working tirelessly on behalf of the community.
After graduating from Brentwood High School, he went on to work as a therapy aide at the Pilgrim's Psychiatric Center and later become an emergency medical technician. In 1979, Phil followed in his father's footsteps and joined law enforcement, becoming a Suffolk County police officer. Phil used his position to help bridge the gap between law enforcement and the Latino community, and he was founding member of the Suffolk County Police Hispanic Society. In 1987, he was promoted to detective and retired after 20 years of dedicated service. Assemblyman Ramos has accomplished a lot as an elected official, including passing laws that lower taxes for homeowners and keep our community safe. Deputy Major Leader Ramos was elected as the first vice chairman of the Black, Puerto Rican, Hispanic, and Asian legislative caucus and has served on many other important communities.
Caught totally by surprise about it. I kept thinking, thank God I'm the last man standing as far as elected officials. Otherwise, there would have been nobody here to accept it. But I want to thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is really an honor. But the true award is deserving of Dr. Akil, the organizers of My Brother's Keeper, and those who work day to day with the young students. Certainly, I was proud to be able to secure the $18 million for My Brother's Keeper to make sure that the character is built of our students over here and put those resources. We see millions of dollars going to other communities, and we have to fight for every penny that we get over here. So the young people here, please take advantage of this opportunity, this character building opportunity. You will go on to lead productive lives. Never, ever, ever forget your people from Brentwood. Never ever forget to pay it forward. Success is not about how far in front of the line you jump. Success is not only about what you can get, it's about what you can give. And success is only as good as what you do with that success. Make sure you give back, and God bless you all. Thank you.
So we have a band that's going to play just for our Assemblyman.